Sicily is more than cannoli and movie sets. It is Europe's most affordable open-air museum, where you can watch sunset on a 2,500-year-old temple, then sip wine grown on lava an hour later. In this guide, I will show you 10 places that matter, why they matter, and the exact moments that make them unforgettable. Let's roam. Number 10. Cefalù. A medieval seaside town east of Palermo, Cefalù is anchored by a Norman cathedral begun in 1131 after King Roger II vowed it at sea. Its Christ Pantocrator, circa year 1148, and hillside Temple of Diana ruins on La Rocca trace Sicily from pagan rites to Norman rule. I wish I'd known to hike La Rocca at dawn with water. There's no services at the top, and to skip the mid-July-August beach crush. As part of the UNESCO Arab-Norman circuit with Monreale and Palermo, Cefalù shows the island's Latin-Byzantine Islamic fusion in one frame. Number 9. Erice. This misty stone village sits 2,400 feet above Trapani, where the Castello di Venere rose atop a famed ancient shrine to Venus Ericina, and convent traditions later perfected sweets like Maria Grammatico's Genovese. Wish I'd known to arrive before 10 a.m. or after 4 p.m., pair it with Trapani's salt pans, and drive the switchbacks if winds halt the cable car. Preserving a medieval street plan and sky-high views to the Egadi, Erice feels like Sicily suspended between myth and sea. Would you float up by cable or take the scenic drive? Number 8. Syracuse and Ortigia Island. Founded in 734 BCE, Syracuse was a Greek superpower and home to Archimedes. On tiny Ortigia, the cathedral literally wraps the Doric columns of Athena's temple, while markets and seawalls stitch Greek, Roman and Baroque layers together. Book a room in Syracuse proper, often 20 to 30% cheaper, and walk to Ortigia. Then catch the golden light along the promenade after day trippers sail off. A UNESCO city where 2,500 years sit shoulder to shoulder, it compresses Sicily's whole arc into a stroll. Number 7. Noto, Modica and Ragusa. Flattened by the 1693 quake, these towns were reborn as late Baroque showpieces. Noto's stage-set avenues, Modica's Spanish-era cold-processed chocolate, and Ragusa Ibla's domes and palazzi by masters like Rosario Gagliardi. I recommend renting a car, transfer as burn hours, and to hit weekday mornings when facades glow and streets are yours. Recognized by UNESCO as the Val di Noto for urban planning and artistry, this trio is Sicily's comeback symphony in honeyed stone. Number 6. Monreale Cathedral. Built by King William II in the late 1100s above Palermo, Monreale blankets its walls with roughly 6,000 square meters of gold mosaics. Old and New Testament scenes, a vast Pantocrator, and a cloister of carved inlaid columns. Park at the Belvedere lot and time it for around 5 p.m. when the low sun makes the nave blaze. As part of the Arab-Norman UNESCO route, Monreale is the island's ultimate image library in gold. This church serves as one of the greatest existing examples of Norman architecture, a beautiful structure that has stood the test of time. Number 5. Valley of the Temples, Agrigento. On a ridge above the sea, Agrigento's temples, Concordia, Juno and Heracles, rank among the most complete Doric monuments outside Greece. Arrive for golden hour and make sure to stop by Colimbethra Gardens for a citrus-shaded cool-down between ruins. A UNESCO showpiece of Magna Graecia, it's where Sicily's Greek identity still stands in stone. Number 4. Villa Romana del Casale. This 4th-century country palace near Piazza Armerina preserves the Roman world's richest mosaics. Great hunt animal scenes, intricate geometry, everyday life, and the famous Bikini Girls, sealed for centuries by a protective mudslide. You'll want to take a car and an early start to beat heat and coach waves. Offering the clearest window into late imperial luxury and leisure, it turns flaws into storytelling. Number 3. The Aeolian Islands. 7 volcanic islands north of Sicily specialize in moods and geology. Lipari's harbour buzz, Salina's Malvasia vineyards and green slopes, and Stromboli, lighthouse of the Mediterranean. With near-constant eruptions since antiquity and a prehistory of obsidian trade. Book July-August ferries early and choose a dusk hike with a guide or a night boat loop for the lava show. The Aeolians bottle Sicily's raw origins. Which island suits you best? Lipari's energy, Stromboli's fireworks, or Salina's slow days? Number 2. Mount Etna. Europe's tallest active volcano, over 3,300 meters, is a living lab of ash fields, ice-rimmed craters, and black soil vineyards growing grapes like Nerello mascalese. Reach upper zones by cable car, 4x4, or on foot when conditions allow. Mornings mean calmer winds, shorter lines, and that summit areas can run about 20 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 to 12 degrees Celsius. Layer up and be sure to check activity alerts. A UNESCO site since 2013, Mount Etna shapes Sicily's weather, wine, and myth. Number 1. Scala dei Turchi. Near Realmonte, this blinding white marl cliff has been carved into giant steps by wind and sea. The nickname recalls Saracen pirate landings that terrified the coast for centuries. Wear grippy shoes, go early for empty frames, and respect any fencing. Erosion and safety rules change. A geological one-off that feels sculpted by hand, it's the surreal exclamation point to an Agrigento day. Honorable mentions. Save this trio to turn a good itinerary into a great one. Perfect filler when Palermo weather wobbles, or you want a half-day that still feels epic between big sights. Zingaro Nature Reserve, Sicily's first protected park featuring white coves and Mediterranean scrub. Bring water, hat, and cash for simple beach kiosks when open. Mozia and the Trapani salt pans, Phoenician Punic island city with museum, finds amid centuries-old salt works. Time the tiny boat hop for a windmill pink sunset. And lastly, Caltagirone, ceramics capital for a millennium. Climb the 1608 tiled staircase at golden hour, and if you're lucky, catch the candle-lit Luminaria festivals. Thanks for traveling with us. Which wish I knew detail will save you the most time or make the biggest memory? Subscribe for more hidden history, and tap the video on screen to keep roaming smarter, and drop your pick in the comments. Thanks for watching. Keep roaming.